Hello Witchers, this is going to be a Wine Wars quest guide. If this video helps you, please like it, leave a silly comment for the algorithm, and don't subscribe to me. Okay, so there's multiple quests involved in here, and each one has the Wine Wars quest, plus the vinery, the vineyard. Okay, so there's multiple quests you got to do at each vineyard. I've already done 2 of the quests in one of the vineyards. We're going to start here. All right, so I'm going to deal with 5 problems around the vineyard. So this is where I am. I'm going to start with this one right here, only because it's closest to the fast travel point. Let's head straight and see what the problem is. Okay, so it looks like there's some deadly flowers here. There's another flower that doesn't like Yarden. I'm going to just test and see if this one doesn't like Yarden either. I can't really tell. Well, it looks like he stood still and not left. I think if you use Yarden, you can trap him in place and then they won't leave. Okay, so after clearing them out, we're going to head to the next one, which is going to be just up here. So let's head to that one next. Okay, so I'm approaching the next spot now. Let's hop in there. We're going to use Yarden again to keep this thing in place and then just go ahead and hit it. There we go. Get out of the way. Use Yarden to keep it in place. And then just whack away. Oh, I guess Yarden doesn't keep it in place. Oh well. Take this, buddy. And there we go. I would have swore it was keeping it in place. Okay, so after you take out the flowers, make sure you loot them for fun stuff, and then look at this body here.
Didn't kill him. Bled to death afterwards.
Alright, we're gonna loot the body. Let's read this. Okay, looks like next we gotta go to the left over here, so let's go. Okay, so we had the option to switch our objective to search Vermeniato. Once you did 2 tasks, you're getting an optional task to go to the other vineyard and start looking for clues there. So that's what I recommend doing. So we're going to go to this vineyard now. So I'm going to switch over to this quest. And we're going to go over here on the map and find more clues about who's sabotaging these vineyards. Make sure it's very important you don't complete all the problems in each of the vineyards. Okay, we're only going to do 2 or 3 until we find clues. Okay, so we're approaching the first problem area here. Sounds like there's some people, or not people, there's some enemies that I need to take out. Okay, so after taking them out, we're going to go right here and loot this body. And then we're going to read that journal. Alright. Okay, so it's telling me to go to this area now, so let's head there next. Okay, so I'm approaching the next area. Another one of these plants that like to shoot poison at you. Let's quickly get them. Okay, so it's telling me to go over here, but I think actually I want to go over to this one next. Alright, I want to leave this one over here for later. Okay, so I'm approaching this area now. Let me just quickly show you where I am on the map. It's important we come here first before you complete all the other problems. Okay, so after you take them out, we're going to examine a few things. There's a body right here.
Looks like an Archospore killed him.
Alright, then we're going to examine this thing right here. We're going to get a letter. We're going to read that letter.
A letter and interesting.
There we go.
This place like
okay, so that will start another quest for us to go to this vineyard. Make sure you loot everything in the area that I'm in right now, and then make your league-long trek over there. Okay, so once you arrive at the abandoned storehouse, we're going to go down here and go through this door. Once in here, there's some stuff we can loot, so go ahead and grab all the loot you want. I'm going to loot it on the way out. We're going to fight this enemy here. Alright, let's go ahead and get it. Let's get Igni out. Let's go ahead and burn it. And there we go. Alright, simple as that. Let's make sure to loot it as well. Alright, and then we got to examine these things just over here.
Archospore saplings. It takes a degenerate to cultivate something like this. Need to incinerate them.
Alright, so we have to incinerate them. Let's loot this stuff too, by the way. Okay. And now let's get Igni and light them on fire. Both sides. There we go. Okay, don't forget to loot everything else that's in this area. So now we got to go talk to Liam and Matilda. Where are they located? All the way up here? Alright, so let's go all the way over here. Okay, we made our way over. Now we got to talk to the two vineyard owners. Right here. We're going to tell them I know the saboteur's identity. Okay, so after you talk to them, we're going to go back and we're going to solve all the problems that are left. I only left a few of them behind. Let's go do them all now. Okay, so here we are on the map. Looks like there's a bunch of bandits here. Let's clear them out. Alright, so you're a free guy. You can go with him to repair your armor if you want. I'm just going to tell him I'll come by later. Okay, make sure you check around the whole building and around the back for lots of loot. It looks like we got to head all the way over here now to our next one. Okay, so we're approaching our next area now. Looks like more of these weird flower things. Alright, after you take them out, remember to loot them. And then we got to go up to this weird flower thing and click destroy.
If I want to get rid of them for good.
And there we go. Step away because I think it's going to explode. There we go. By the way, you can actually loot it as well, so make sure you do that. Alright, so that was right here on the map, and now we're going to go to the next one right here on the map. Okay, so I'm approaching the next area. It looks like there's a person in distress. I think we have to go into a cave. Is this part of the cave? Alright, let's head in there. Alright, hello. Alright, after you take care of them, let's talk to her and see what's wrong with her. Okay, she's going to ask you to walk her back to the vineyard. You don't have to do it. Nothing will happen. She'll be fine. And you can stay here and loot everything, so that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, there's some loot right here with a dried letter, or dirtied letter. We're going to read that. And then we're going to pick everything else up we got in the area. Okay, so I'm in the next area now. This is where I am on the map. I think there's some rock trolls that are blocking the way. We have to take them both out. Hey, boys. Oh, it's a rabid rock troll. Okay, so after you take out both the rock trolls, we're going to investigate the body that's right there. Grab the key to the lockbox. Look at the letter. And there we go. Okay, so we're going to make our way back to talk to Matilda and Liam again, right here on the map. Let's go and see what they have to say. Okay, so after talking to them, you're going to get your rewards, but we're going to go with them and see what's up. Okay, so it looks like we got some more problems that we have to solve now. All throughout here. Let's start with the one that's closest to us. Okay, so I'm approaching the first area now. Looks like it's full of monsters. Let's go ahead and take them out. Okay, once you take out all the monsters, make sure to blow up their nest. Step back because there's going to be an explosion. And move on to the next area. Let's see where it is on the map. Looks like they're in a... Alright, so the next area is right here. Let's make our way over there. Okay, I'm approaching the next area now. Looks like it's got another one of these centipedes. Now, these centipedes can be trapped with the Ardens, so let's go ahead and use that. At least I thought it can be. Maybe I didn't do it early enough. So let's use Yarden. I think that traps them. Trapped them when I was fighting them in the cave one time. Let's wait for the next one to show up. Alright, use Yarden. Oh, jeez. Alright, let's wait to show up. Use Yarden as soon as he gets here, then attack him, and now it's an easy way to take these bug guys out. Let's go ahead and loot them. Alright, we got a letter. Let's read that letter, just in case we need to. Did I get that from the body? I must have. Alright, so let's loot everything else. And make sure you loot the worms as well. They give you good items. Okay, it's telling me to go to this one next for some reason, but I think I'm going to head here. Makes more sense for me to head to that one, so that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so I'm approaching the next area. Looks like this guy is in trouble. Let's go ahead and take these bandits out. Okay, so after taking him out, I accidentally decided to follow this guy, but make sure you stay there to loot. I don't know why I decided to follow him. Okay, so now we're going to go to this one right here. And see what's waiting for us. Okay, I'm approaching the next area. Looks like there's a big dragon here. Or whatever it's called. Maybe it's a wyvern. Or whatever. They all have different weird names. Alright, so let's just go ahead and take them out. Doesn't look that hard. Ow. Looks like he's not a fan of fire. Got a couple good hits in there. And there we go. Alright, so once he's done, let's go ahead and examine... Oh, I guess we're gonna wait for a cutscene. Okay, before you leave, make sure to grab your loot off of that beast. And then head to the next location, which is just over here. Okay, approaching the next area now. Looks like we got more of these worm things. Let's get Yarden back out. Alright, I don't know why they're just standing there and let me hit them. And there we go. I think we have to destroy the nest too. Let's destroy it.
Should destroy it.
And back up for the explosion. Make sure you loot everything up. And then we gotta loot this too. Make sure you loot the nest as well. And then looks like we gotta go back to Liam and Matilda now. Alright, all the way over here. Okay, so after you talk to them, they will tell you to come back in 3 days to get a surprise. So I'm just going to meditate for 3 days straight in the area and then go see them. Okay, after waiting 3 days, we're going to head back and see that they're just here on the stairs. Let's talk to them. Alright, so you can give it 3 different options. Now, Garrett of Rivia and the White Wolf will give the same stats for the wine, but if you name it the Butcher of Blaviken, then that actually has a little bit better stats, better regeneration, so that's the one I'm going to pick. And after you talk to them, that should be the end of the quest. If this video helped you, please like it, leave a silly comment for the algorithm, and don't subscribe to me.